Okay. Hey guys, it's Phantom, and apologies for not recording any episodes for the pod since November. It is now February, uh, almost March. Okay, we have like one day of February left. Okay, it is almost March, and I have not recorded a single episode of the podcast since last year, so I am so sorry. Anyway, let me get my phone real quick and say what I want to talk about on this podcast episode. Sorry if I'm away from the mic. I'm grabbing something and I didn't want to pause it. So, yeah, hold on. I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm back. Just had to grab something. So, anyway, I'm back. Um, so what I wanted to talk about is, like, not the future of the podcast, but, like, I wanted to talk about the series. I wanted to talk about my book series for a bit. I do have a lot of things going on. In fact, the other day, right? Okay, so I'm not thinking about ending other characters, right? I am not thinking about that. But like I'm not thinking about killing off any more characters than the characters I've already killed off. Um, the characters that I've killed off were dead before the series even started. But this has to do with Arabella. If you don't know who Arabella is Mia's mother-in-law and Nixie's mom, Nixie and Max's mother, as well as the third sibling, because Arabella and her husband have 3 kids. Um, so, I wasn't thinking about ending Arabella's life at all in any way, shape, or form. Like, for a long time, okay? Like, she's in her 60s. She should be enjoying retirement right now. Or like late 50s, um, like late 50s, early 60s. She should be enjoying retirement right now, or like enjoying what she has left of her work years before she has to retire. And I'm not thinking about killing her off. But I remember I woke up one morning and I was just, minding my own business, and my head was like, my brain was telling me, was like showing me ideas for like future events of the series, and I saw who was gonna get the Phantom Estate when Arabella passed. And I found out that Mia and Max and the Phantoms are gonna inherit the estate. Um, Found out that Era's husband is gonna give them the estate to care for. But I'm like, I'm just sitting here thinking, or like laying thinking, I'm not even ready for her to go. Like, I'm not ready for her to go. Like, there's so much stuff that has to be covered that I haven't covered yet. Like, for example, Aaron. Aaron Mia's Glammy. Um, the girl's is Glammy, who has lived for over a century. Her husband, okay, Rick, her husband, who we call Rick, his name's Eric, but call him Rick. Her husband, right? Her husband has been in Siberia for the past, like, since 1980, okay? Like, there are so much stuff I have not even covered yet in the series. Um, like Rick, okay? We haven't, like, we've met Aaron, right? We've met Aaron. I've introduced Aaron. But we haven't met Rick because Rick is in Siberia right now. Like, he has been in Siberia, like, in the course of the series, Rick has been in Siberia. Eric, um, Eric Renee, Aaron's husband, or should I say a former husband. Um, I'm pretty sure they got divorced, but I'm still calling Rick Aaron's husband. I'm pretty sure they got divorced because of Rachel's mom. So, okay, so there's like, you know that, um, Mia comes from a long line of spies, okay? Mia comes from a long, long, long line of spies. And before April and Rachel took over for Rachel's mom, before Rachel and Brat is April's nickname, before Rachel and Brat took over for the business, for the spy business, for the spy agency, her mother, Rachel's mother ran it. And Rachel's mom, oh my gosh, I haven't even, like, introduced Rachel's mom. I haven't introduced Rachel's mom, but all I know about Rachel's mom is that Rachel's mom sent Rick to Siberia. Rachel's mom sent Rick to Siberia in 1980 for a death mission. For a supposed death mission, okay? Um, Now I don't talk about Rick. I don't talk about Rick because Rick hasn't been seen in the series. All I know about Rick is that he has been in Siberia for 43 years. He has lived in Siberia for 43 years. Um, and Aaron has had enough. Like, Aaron has since got remarried. Since Rick left for Siberia and they haven't seen him, Aaron has since remarried, birthed another child. Aaron has since remarried, had 3 kids, which are all Rick's, okay? They're all Rick's kids. Rick hasn't even met his kids, okay? Rick hasn't seen his daughter since the 80s, okay? Rick hasn't seen his daughter since the 80s. Since before he left. And hasn't even met his son, who, mind you, is a year old. Hasn't even met his son, which Aaron had via science. That's all I'm gonna say on that subject. That's all I'm gonna say on that subject. But Rick has been in Siberia for 43 years, and I'm about ready to send him home from Siberia. And have I'm about ready to have Rick sent home from Siberia. Half the reason, okay, so we all know Mia has ties to her Russian figure skating coach. Um, she has ties to her Russian figure skating coach, right? Well, her grandfather, well, not her grandfather, but her great grandfather has been in Siberia for 43 years. Um, she has a Siberian Husky, okay? Um, she's very drawn to Huskies, probably because her grandfather is in Siberia, has lived in Siberia for so many years. Um, they weren't very open about Rick. They weren't very open about Rick. Mia hasn't met Rick at all. Like, Mia literally has not met Rick. Okay? Mia has not met Rick because Rick is gone. He's not gone like passed away gone. He's gone as in he's stuck in Siberia. Like he's stuck in Siberia. He's lived in Siberia for so long and he's stuck there. And he needs to get sent home. Like I am so done. Um I am so done. I'm so done with Finnerly. Finnerly, yeah, I'm so done with Finnerly. Now, I don't know much about Finnerly yet because, you know, uh, Brat and Rachel, if I'm calling, if I'm saying Brat, I'm referring to April because that's her nickname. Um, Brat and Rachel do not talk about Finnerly at all. Um, Finnerly is. I'm just gonna say Finnerly did not like the fact that Aaron and Rick got together and had a family and had kids and wanted to get rid of the Renee bloodline by sending Rick to Siberia on a death mission. And like I'm done. Like I'm done. If I have to kill Finnerly off, I will do it. If I have to kill Finnerly off, I will do it. Because even though you haven't been introduced to Finnerly, Finnerly is not the best person. Now I know I have like some not the best people in the series like Mitzi Cray, Miss O, like Mitzi Cray, Miss O. We don't talk about Miss O. All we know about Miss O is that Miss O is okay. We don't talk about Miss O because I don't like Miss O, okay? She's one of the former Berrywood staff. She's one of the former Berrywood Briar staff that I do not like because um Miss O is one of the Berrywood staff that I do not like. She's one of the former Berrywood staff. She's still on the staff list of names for Berrywood staff. Um, I do have to figure out a new character to take her place because she has been fired. Like, she was literally fired and sued. She was fired and sued and like a bunch of stuff happened and Delphine Delphine took care of it. Delphine took care of it among other people. Took care of it and she's the reason why Mia would act out because of how that teacher treated her. Um she's the reason why Mia would act out, why Mia was a former party girl. Why Mia was a former party girl. One thing I remember saying that Miss O had said to Mia when she was in 8th grade was like you have to stop partying. Like I feel like it wasn't a looking out for you kind of thing. It was very rude and backhanded comment. It was a very rude and backhanded comment that Miss O made. Miss O is not a nice person. She's married to Cray. She's married to Mitzi. Now I don't like Mitzi that much either, but I'm coming around to Mitzi. Okay, I'm coming around to Mitzi. Um, it's taking some time because of what she did to Jamie. Because of what happened with Jamie. But I'm coming around to Mitzi. Now her wife, however, her wife, Irina. Her name is Irina. Um, not Arena. Her name is Irina. Her name is Irina or Irina. Um, her name is Irina Irena Oceana. Her name is Irina or Irina O'Cray. She hyphenated her last name with Mitzi's. They kept it a secret that she got married to Mitzi, because at the time, okay, so Mitzi and Dee Dee, I know Dee Dee isn't really a part of this, but she sort of is. Now, Mitzi and Dee Dee had a friendship that Mitzi spoiled Delphine. Like Mitzi spoiled Delphine, okay? Like, I'm serious. Now, Jake, her husband, Jake lets Dee Dee do whatever she wants. Um, you know, he's like, you're the boss. It's cool. Like, you know, the Mitzi and Mitzi and Dee Dee were friends that would like fool around with each other, okay? They would fool around with each other. They'd they'd fool around with each other. They'd spend a lot of time together. Her, Jamie, uh, Mira, her, Jamie, and Mira and Mitzi would spend a lot of time together. Um, Irina got jealous. Mitzi did not approve of what was going on with Mia when she found out about it, but she kept her mouth shut because, she kept her mouth shut because she didn't want, um, her to find out that she was also in on the whole, oh, I know how you're treating your students, um, type of thing. And, you know, she didn't want to, she wanted to keep up that facade and that image of, oh, I hate the Carradines. I hate the Carradines. Oh, I don't like anyone that the Carradines are associated with. Um, when in reality, Mitzi loves Dee Dee, um, as it's like a really, really, really close friend type of thing. Like a friend that they would fool around with. And yeah, so I'm in the process in the book series of trying to figure out teachers that would take over the creative writing position for Irina because she's not fit to be a teacher. She can't teach anywhere else because she has been fired. She does not have any other job. She does not have any other job. She lives off her wife's money. She lives off her wife's money. Her wife is the breadwinner of the family. Um, she lives off her wife's money. Um, Cray is tired of it, but she knows that she will not get hired anywhere because if she can't be reinstated. Um, she can't be reinstated. Um, Gina and the BBOE and the Gina and the BBOE is the Berrywood board, the Berrywood Board of Education. So the BBOE, Gina, the superintendent, the vice principal, and all of them will not have her reinstated as a teacher because she was just not fit to be a teacher. Like, she had this rage. She had this, like, secret rage in her, and she was just rude. She was not a good teacher. She would say things to the teachers, or not say things to the teachers, but say things to the students, and sometimes she wasn't even their teacher. So, like, she was just not meant to be a teacher. And so, yeah, that kind of sucks. Like, I mean, I don't even know what Irina would do with her life at all. I don't know what Irina would do with her life because she's basically shunned. Nobody likes her. They call her a gold digger. She lies and says that she works when she doesn't. She has not worked in, like, what, 12 years now? She hasn't worked in 12 years, so I doubt that any place would hire her. Like, they don't want to reinstate her as a teacher. They don't want to, do anything. Mitzi wants kids. But Irina is gonna need some serious therapy, some classes, serious therapy, classes, and everything in between before ever thinking about kids. And Mitzi is like 44. Mitzi is 44, almost 45 years old, and she wants kids. I'm pretty sure she has an adult child, but Mitzi doesn't talk about her adult child. Mitzi does not talk about her adult child. Irina does not talk about their child, because, again, she was shunned by everybody, hated by everybody, and so on. So yeah, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with those characters, okay? Like, I'm cool with Mitzi. Author to character, Mitzi and I are cool, okay? Mitzi and I are cool. Do I forgive Mitzi for what, like, do I as an author, like, if Mitzi was a real person, would I as an author forgive Mitzi for what she did? Yes and no. Like, I mean, Mitzi's gotten better, but I mean, I feel like she only pretends to hate the Carradines because Irene hates um, Delphine's sister and secretly she's like, don't hate on my niece like that. Like that is literally my niece. Like don't. Cuz like Delphine has friends that she's been friends with for a long time and they're practically a part of the family. That's how their family rolls, okay? So, yeah. We don't like Irina. We don't like Irina at all. Nobody does. Not even not even the former Berrywood employees, like before Gina was principal. Um, her parents ran Berrywood. Her parents ran Berrywood, Beverly Cove Middle, Beverly Cove Junior High, Beverly Cove Elementary. All those schools. Um, all those schools, and yeah. So I don't know what to do about Irina. Like literally, I can picture the creative writing classroom like for the Berrywood eighth graders. It's empty. Okay, it's empty. Um, like they fired her so fast. They fired Miss Oceana. They fired Miss O so fast. She wasn't even able to clear her classroom, and it's still filled with like old pictures and junk. And like they're gonna have to hire, um, they're gonna have to hire um someone to like give Irina back her stuff. Because like they fired her so fast that she wasn't even able to pick up her stuff. Like she was like, I mean, she was able to pick up some things, but like they were like, get away, you're making the students uncomfortable, leave. Um, and I think she had the other stuff like mailed to her, maybe. There's like old stuff that was in the classroom that still needs to get cleared out. I mean, that classroom has been vacant for years, and I just feel like I want to get a new CW, which is like, creative writing teacher, for 8th grade for the Berrywood kids. But I feel like her presence of her just sitting there would still be in that classroom. Like nobody has been in that classroom. Nobody has been in that classroom for 12 years. They don't have an 8th grade CW anymore. They need a new one. So I'm thinking like when the year is over, which the last day of school for the Berrywood kids, for the Berrywood students, is May 15th. Um, okay, like May 15th, because like I want them to have, or not May 15th, but like May 15th for the scene, or May 13th, May 13th for the seniors, and they graduate on the 15th. Um, and they get out of school the 29th, but school would probably be optional um by that point, cuz like school's already done, finals are taken, school's already done, finals are taken and all that. So, yeah, I'm my goal is to get a new creative writing teacher for Berrywood after 12 years of them not having one because Miss O got fired. But yeah, I don't know how to go about that, but that's the updates for the series. So I hope you guys are ready. Oh, and another update. Um, Jamie's sister, Jaylee, has 6 months left in her pregnancy with baby C. Um, with baby C, with baby Castens. And I am thinking I want to have the baby's middle name be Jolene or Joyce, or like something with a J-O. Or like Jolin's. I don't know. Um, and then I want the first name to be like Celeste or something like that for the name. But I found another name that I liked, or I didn't find another name. Another name came to me, but I cannot remember what it is. So yeah, like something with a like either something with a C or something to incorporate both Mira and Jamie's name in the baby's first name, or in the baby's first and middle name. But yeah, that's the update for the book series, and that was the podcast episode.